Hello again and welcome back to Illegally Sighted. This is Jesse and I am back for another low vision spotlight game video. And this time we're taking a look at kind of a unique little racing game here. It is called Art of Rally, and I remember seeing footage of it somewhere, maybe even on Giant Bomb or something. And it's interesting because it is kind of a racing sim, but it is like an overhead racing game. It's not behind the vehicle like your typical modern racing game usually is. And you really don't seem to have any other camera modes, so you can't go like a bumper cam, first person, third person, whatever. And it's got this really unique, I totally understand why they say Art of Rally, because it has this really unique art style. It's got a low polygon look, but it's got some really nice lighting effects. And you'll see what I mean here. So we've got a few different options. When I first started the game, I was like, oh boy, here we go, because the first thing you're presented with is this bright white screen with a couple of options. And you choose your country, you choose your language, and for whatever strange reason, blood type, I'm sure, whatever, I don't know. But there's this, in the career mode, there's this a weird like statue that kind of tells you, it's kind of like this history of rally sort of a thing. I don't really pay attention to much of that. I just do the racing, but on the first or second screen, they had an option for basically a dark mode, or I forget exactly what it was called, dark mode, night mode, whatever. And now you see we have this nice kind of a dark gray overlay or theme for the menus, which is much nicer. But we've got a few modes. We've got a career mode, we've got a time attack, we've got online, we've got custom rally, and even a free roam. And the free roam, you can find little collectibles here and there, but there's really, unless you just want to wander around the environment, there's not really a whole lot to it. But let's go to career mode. That's where we're gonna drive. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of events here. Group 2, and we only have one unlocked so far. I don't know why it starts with 2, but once we go into here, we've got a few different races. I've done about 3 or 4 different ones, kind of getting the feel for the game. Now, under each one of these events, I guess they're kind of procedurally generated, so the tracks aren't going to be the same, I think, is what's going on. And you might have, I've had like 2 races, 3 races. Some have been really shorter, some have been really longer. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to continue where I left off. And it doesn't seem like you have to place in order to unlock progress. So usually I got 3rd place, and then I got 4th place in one event. So, okay, so we're gonna, and I did novice just because otherwise I wouldn't have a prayer. So I think we're gonna kick back down. I had pretty good luck with this car as far as the handling. This is not, I repeat, this is not a game that you can play or with like your finger head, you can't just play it with the pedal to the metal. You have to really finesse the gas, the steering, the braking. Like I said, this is kind of a simulation game. There are assists, but I'm playing it with by default so far. I haven't changed anything. Okay, so we got 3 events here. But yeah, so here we get this weird little introduction kind of a deal. But look at the art style. It's kind of neat. Everything kind of has this low poly, I don't want to say a painting kind of look, but kind of. It's hard to describe. So let's do our next event. Oh, a snow level. Oh, goody. Now you don't want to hammer on the gas right away. Otherwise you will choke. Now this is actually oh god. This is a really good starting point because the road is not really high contrast from the snow. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well I do with this. Forgive me as I suck hardcore, probably. But, no, you really want to finesse it. I mean, look at the crowd. It's like these weird little low pixel, you know, representations for a crowd. You got the audio, but the visuals are just this weird little, kind of neat art style. And you see you get this pulled out camera angle. Ah! And okay, whoa. A little slippery here. Well, it could have been worse. That's going to lose me a boatload of time. But again, rally racing, you're not racing other cars. You are racing the clock. You're competing other drivers for the best time for a point-to-point race. You know, you're not really doing laps. You're going from point A to point B. You got some checkpoints. If you stray too far off the track, you will get reset. And dude, what these crowd people in the crowd are just dumb. You got these people that are like, as soon as I'm driving toward them, they just, oh, let's run right in front of the car. Yeah, well, it's your own fault if you get run over, you dingnut. But my eyes are sort of getting used to the contrast. This is by far the hardest track I've had to see so far, just because of the bright white and the track is really not that much different from the from the snow surroundings. But I mean, I like that this is zoomed out in a way, because I do get to see what is ahead of me. And the environments are really kind of neat. Sometimes you're on mountainsides, sometimes you're in forests or deserts, or any number of different environments. The only thing that's sort of weird that this game doesn't have, being a rally game, there's no co-pilot. You know, usually in a rally game, you've got a co-pilot with you calling out your turns. You know, easy left, over crest, on tarmac, hairpin right, 30, you know, just, they have their own lingo. I've covered other rally games like Dirt Rally and, I don't know, a few other ones, but I rather like Rally, actually. I've kind of been, uh-oh, that got a little squirrely. Yeah, run right in front of the road, dingnut. Good job, dude. Okay, oh, there we go. First track is done. Okay, hopefully that'll be the last snow one. I hope. Alright, so we'll move right on to our second track here. There's really not a whole lot else to say. It's a fun little rally game. It definitely took about, 2 or 3 races before I really got the feel of, oh yeah, okay, you cannot just drive balls to the wall, man. You have to really, like I said, finesse the steering, the braking, the accelerating. But I'm getting the hang of it, you know? I mean, yeah, I still make my whiffs here and there, and I'm not going as fast as I probably should. But this car, yeah, it's probably a little slower, but it handles better. I feel like it grips the corners a little bit better. So I love this kind of black top here. This stands out very nicely against the snow. Don't you dare fall off. Yeah, there are bridges sometimes. There are places where you can fly off into a lake or a river. But, we got our crowd there, okay. There seems to be different time of the day and different environmental effects, so one thing I didn't like on a couple tracks is sometimes I'll be in like a sunset or something, and depending on the lighting, there's little patches where it's like, oh god, I can't even see really the road because the glare. Just like if you were driving into the sunset for real. That gives me a problem, but I'm doing okay here. At least I haven't reset myself so far, knock on wood. There we go. Okay, well, I feel like if there were audio cues for this, like to really give you a little accelerate, decelerate things, or like, you know, what's left and right for the track, sides of the track, this could be a blind accessible game. But yeah, you would definitely need some audio cues for sure. But as far as like the way the tracks go, I knew that was going to be bad. I went into that corner a little hot. It was just a curve, but I thought I could get through it, and I came into it a little fast. Like, I don't think I ever have the accelerator to the floor, or very, very rarely. Because otherwise you're going to see a lot of flying off the edge and a lot of resets. I'm going to run over you. Yep. Okay. That wasn't so bad, actually. See if I can get any higher than third. Final track here. And we'll do maybe one more event just so you can see another environment. Hopefully we'll get something other than snow. Alright, another snowy one. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I could have gone off the line better with that. Here we go. Now we can speed up for a little bit. Slow her down. There we go. Uh-oh. Get on the track again. Sometimes I actually kind of like overhead racing games, you know? I mean, I've played the isometric Rock and Roll Racing, one of my favorite 16-bit racers ever. RC Pro-Am was fun. I don't like them when they're super zoomed out. Like, I remember every arcade in the 80s, I swear to God, had that Iron Man Stewart's Off-Road. And that was just too far zoomed out because you had the whole track on one screen and you were just supposed to, you know, like steer through the track that way. No, that's way too far, zoomed out too far for me. But something like this actually isn't bad. Art of Rally, the more I play it, the more I'm kind of digging it. I mean, it's kind of stressful getting the right turns and stuff, but in a way, it's kind of relaxing because you don't really get a whole lot of penalty. You know, you don't have to get first place in order to progress, it seems so far. Okay, you're going a little squirrely there, car. Settle down. There we go, doing a little fishtail action there. But so far, I'm kind of oh, shnikes. I wasn't... Uh-oh. I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, oh, this is going well. And then I'm like, oh, okay, crowd. And then I wasn't paying attention. Hard left. Open mouth. Insert foot. Yeah, wow. This is... I mean, I was doing super well until I opened my big fat mouth. And then I just had that horrible corner because I wasn't paying attention, and we've recovered, but that's going to hurt us a lot. Even if I haul ass here. Oh! Get out of my view, you stupid trees. Oh, come on. I wasn't off that far. I was barely off the track. I don't know why it reset me there. Okay, that is not... See, right here, that lighting is a little tough to see for that little part there. Because the track and the environment kind of blended in there to each other. And it was hard to see which way I was supposed to go. It's like, do I go left? Do I go straight? Okay, well, at least I didn't run you guys over this time. 90-degree turn there. Uh-oh. Settle down. Settle down. Get on the road. There we go. Okay, well, Overall, it was really good, except for my really big error that I made. Well, let's see if we can pull a third. Oh, there's more. Oh, okay. Huh. I thought it was only 3. Okay, well. You get to see a lot of snow. I apologize, guys. I didn't realize this was going to be a snowy event. But you're kind of getting to see, at least so far, some of the hardest low vision aspects of the game. You know, this gravel that I'm on right now, it's harder to see than the clean tarmac, but most of it isn't too bad. Like I said, I've kind of gotten used to this contrast. I promise we will do another event that has like forest or something. I'll do another event that has something other than snow. Uh-oh. Oh man, oh man. Yeah. Trying to go too fast. Bummer. The music just kind of fades into the background. I mean, I hear it. It's fine, but honestly, I'm not paying attention. I'm so busy paying attention to the road that I'm not really paying attention too much other than the engine noise and visually what's in front of me here. Yeah, a little bit there was harder to see. Okay, well, let's cut that corner just a tish. Okay, slow her down. You can almost kind of feel with the force feedback where the car is going to start fishtailing or just when it's going to get out of control. So you got to slow her down at that point. Yeah, that part of that, okay, yeah, this part is a little hard to see here. Okay. I'm kind of watching out for the little markers on the side of the road. Those help. Even though they're tiny, they help when the road just basically fades into one giant blur of white. Oh, slow down. Oh, okay, fishtail, yep. Skid right into the crowd, that's okay. They earned it. Uh-oh, and I totally... Come on, no, go left. There you go. I hit that corner way too hot. Oh my god. The further we get into this event, the worse I get. I'm making a... Well, to be fair, this recent part is a little harder to see. So it's like, where am I supposed to go through the trees? Alright, I don't know how many tracks are in this event. How many courses? Okay, we're done. Okay, so hopefully we'll get a different environment on our next event here. And I got illegally cited. Hey, I got third. And then we'll get some unlocks here, some bonuses and whatnot. Yay! It's such a... I mean, I hear that fanfare. I hear that everywhere in games. I swear it's the same audio file. Yay! Oh, that's got to be a really, really common sound effect because it just sounds so familiar. Okay, well, we got one more, and okay, that one looks like it's not in snow, hopefully. And I'm going to stick to the same car for now. So, okay, I'm not sure how many events we get. At least 3. Yep, cool. So this should be a little bit easier on your eyes. And mine. Thank you very much. A little grass, a little gravel, or dirt. Okay, yep, don't go into that. Don't go into that corner. I would fly off the little cliff over there. Sharp left. Ooh, very sharp hairpin left. Okay. Actually, I handled that corner better than I expected. I'm kind of proud of myself. For a hairpin curve, that went pretty well. Oh dear God, oh yeah, I went into that way too hot. I knew I should have backed off way sooner. I'm like, we'll skid around, or not. Yeah, I was doing really good until I got cocky. Okay, we got our, what are those, cherry blossom trees? The purple? Or not purple, but the color of the leaves there. Get back on the track, you turd. And don't hit that. Okay, there we go. Okay, yep. Alright, well, we had to skid out a little but that was better than flying off the road. I was going into that corner too fast as well. But we survived. So you get the nice sort of sunset, dusk looking kind of a daytime or whatever. Time of day, I should say. God, I'm stumbling over my words all kinds tonight as I'm trying to play this. I tried to turn. Move it, dude. I'll run you over. I'll plow you over. Well, that could have gone way better. And I went way too fast around that. What are you doing, car? Hi, yi, yi. Okay. Now I'm just not paying attention. Okay. I'm actually kind of stuck. Wow, I went from going really well to doing absolute terrible. My concentration is starting to lapse here. And this shows you that, no, this game you definitely have to pay attention. Don't let your mind wander at all. Don't, just be like, oh, let's gun it for a while and then forget to brake. See, even though it's a shallow curve, I didn't want to fly off and lose traction. There we go. Eeg! Uh-oh. It's a little much. Well, not my best race so far. I started really well. And then went right down the pooper. Plow some more people over because I can. They dodge out of the way, but I still like the fact that they just run in front of you right as you're coming around the corner. Like, oh yeah, we're not afraid. We'll get run over. We're fine. We're fine. Holy criminy, this track is long. That's a nice view right there. Little cliff on the edge there. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Go, you stooge. Well, I'm not going to win this rally, I'll tell you that much. Ooh, that's... I'm kind of getting distracted looking at the environment, too, because, like, I want to watch the track, but, again, I really like the combination of the art style and the lighting. I totally understand why they call it Art of Rally. It's a really kind of a cool and unique take on a racing game, on a rally game. You know, it's like, oh, we're not going to go for photorealism. We're still going to be fairly simulation gameplay. But rather than competing with everyone else for like the most fidelity, go for a cool art style, a pulled out camera. This is a solid little game. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. And there we go. Well, that was, ugh. That could have gone better. What kind of event do we get? Ooh, okay, let's see what we get now. Oh, a nighttime course, you say? Okay, low contrast, but at least it's dark, because the road doesn't stand out quite as much against the grass and stuff. But what a beautiful looking environment. We got all these trees and stuff all around either side of the track. Like I said, I was in a jungle earlier. I was in a desert for a track or two. Don't fly out. Oh, okay, yeah. Hit the fence and spin myself backwards. Let's not do that again, shall we? I think we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up after this race, but you got to see a couple of environments. You got to see me do fairly well. You got to see me do horribly bad. And this should give you an idea of if you have enough vision to be able to play this game or not. There are some issues with, like I said, sunsets and lighting, glare, that kind of a thing. The snow was a little bit harder to see, but I got used to it. And the fact that the game is rather, it's meant to be relaxing and more forgiving, that helps a lot. So it's like, you know, if you just want to enjoy it, you know, yeah, you can try to get better at the game and replay to get higher places and faster times. But, you know, if you just want to enjoy the, well, art of rally, the game will let you do that too. Like I said, there are different assists and whatnot. I'm playing on the default, so I don't have everything cranked up. I'm actually, even though I am screwing up from time to time, I am actually rather surprised at how well oh, there's a hairpin. I'm rather surprised at how well I am actually doing, considering I really don't have the assists cranked up high. I think it's the pulled out camera largely, because again, I either want it first person or I want the camera to be pulled out a ways, because in a regular third person game, a lot of time it's like, oh, the center of your screen is largely taken up by the car, and depending on the pitch of the camera, you know, how low to the ground, or how like what angle is it facing toward the ground or toward ahead, the car in the way, especially when the graphics are very detailed, it can be really kind of harder to see corners coming up right on you really fast sometimes. So, okay, slow her down. Wow, yeah, look at this forest. This is neat. I really enjoy the art style of this. Okay, yep. Go through the mild S-curve here. Okay, hard left. Medium right, I would say. Bunch of people. Oh, geez, okay, and then a hard 90-degree left. Alright. Actually, I handled that reasonably well. Jeez. Lots of crowds on this section of the track. And there we go. Art of Rally, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of a unique little racing game, and you know what? I'm enjoying it. I picked it up on a Steam sale, and yeah, I'm digging it. So definitely has a little bit of a learning curve, but if you stick with it for a few tracks and just like I said, lay off the gas, kind of figure out where your limits and stuff are, And once you start kind of getting a feel for the cars and the way they handle and how much you can push it, it's pretty fun. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. So until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.